Another risk that I don't think people have fully grasped yet that revolves around this whole, idea of the great melt up is actually the idea that interest rates will drop ultimately. Because a lot of people are starting to think that, oh, if Trump just gets his new Fed chair in power, then that's going to change everything, right? And all of a sudden we're going to have lower interest rates for sure. But that's not necessarily the case because you have to remember interest rates are determined by the entire FOMC committee, and there's a number of different governors on there. The Fed chair only counts as one vote. And recently we have seen some division, right? We've seen that in the last vote, there were three that voted opposite of the rest of the majority. So, sure, we do have that happening. But generally speaking, we have to realize even if one more person, let's say a new Fed chair, is instituted and one more person deflects against the majority, they still don't have a ton of power when it comes to the bottom line. Now, this isn't meant to scare anybody or make you nervous or whatever, but it is just good, raw, real understanding logic that we need to process because we're just not guaranteed that we're going to get these low interest rates that Donald Trump seems to want so bad. And as we've talked about before, there are pluses and minuses to that. Lower interest rates would mean a very significant chance of price appreciation for assets. But on the flip side of that, it kind of dives us down into this dollar devaluation at a much faster rate and potentially causes a bigger fallout on the back end. So regardless of what you're thinking going into all of these FOMC meetings coming up here, and one in January, there will be plenty more next year after that. Just keep in mind, we don't know for sure how the Fed is going to react to every single one of these situations. And while we can speculate that there's a good chance that we're going to see some interest rate drops here in the very near future, we always want to have an open mind. Don't make assumptions until we have the real raw data to back up what we assume.